Okay, let's start that up again. So possibly might have started again. There's still 22 people on Facebook. There's still 22 people on Facebook, and all I did is you just have my ear all this time, haven't you? Oh, soda water is very loud. Very relaxing. Okay then, chat. I'm live on YouTube. If anyone's got a question, I think we're going to carry on YouTube and see how that goes there. So I'm just going to turn this off now. If it goes wrong, and if it goes wrong, I'll start up the Facebook Live again. This is a voyage of discovery. But if you bob over to YouTube now, you'll see why I'm doing all this. Okay, super. Oh, Juan's watching. Hello, Juan. I'm just going. Right, I'm going to put once again the address for the meeting. Whoever Juan is, hello, Juan. He doesn't tell you who it is. Oh, Sophia, can you join? Even if you've got nothing to say, we'll just say hello. Can you please join the Zoom? Say hello, and then I'll let you go again. Ah, I gotcha. Where are we? There we are. There should be. There we are. Oh, Amelia's here. Fantastic. Amelia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, right. Okay. So I've got a delay going on because I'm running YouTube at the same time. So just hang with me.
Okay.
Hang with me. Hang with me. What I need to do is shut this up. That's where my confusion was. So, was that difficult to get onto the YouTube? Was it to get onto this Zoom?
No, not really. I just I think that maybe the meeting from yesterday was still open, so I was probably trying to get.
Well, you say that I've been live for the last 24 hours without realizing
it. I was thinking, my goodness, he's doing another one now before this one. Amazing.
Yeah, I think I opened about 6. There we are. Lovely. Are you just helping me out, or have you got a question?
I can help you out.
No, you have helped me out.
Brilliant. Well, I have got a question, which I hope will help a lot of us, and that is, I wondered if you could talk a little bit about how to go about digitalizing jobs.
Super. Would you like to start with an introduction and explain your position?
Okay, so I, up until the coronavirus started, was going out and teaching private clients with their horses. I was doing some schooling for people as well, doing a lot of in-hand work, all that kind of thing, just traveling around lots, basically. Trying also to maintain a bit of a online presence on Facebook, but never really got to grips with that either. But obviously now I can't go out and work.
How long, excuse me for interrupting, how long have you been putting stuff on Facebook?
Oh gosh, quite a lot of, quite a few years.
Okay, and how many times a week would you post?
At least once, if not more.
That's interesting, because you sort of we're kind of like, oh, but I haven't really been doing it. But once a week is a hell of a lot.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, I've started this online support group. And I'm posting of videos with my own horses, like how-to videos, basically.
Yeah.
One of your really good talks that you did at the beginning of this process when you were introducing this social club.
Okay. Yes.
Found it really interesting and really helpful. And yeah, so I set up my group and did what you said in that, and just keep posting the videos. And it was originally just for my clients, and then I opened it up to, I invited all of my friends on Facebook that had horses, basically.
Yeah.
Always, it's a bit of a, yeah, slightly out of my comfort zone, but becoming more comfortable with it now. But I suppose what I'd like help with is how do you progress from there? Because I'd quite happily just continue with the how-to videos going on and on and on, but I feel like I could easily get stuck in that and just keep doing it and doing it and doing it without actually generating.
I mean, how do you monetize it? How do you make some income from it?
Yeah.
That's yes. Eventually, well, eventually you do have to ask for money, and then it changes the dynamic because it's all. Shut up, Andrew. So I've got a kind of a principle of 50 to 1 or 100 to 1. You give out 50 pieces of information, and then it's not that you hold something back. I don't like this whole idea that you're going to hold back your best information and you've got to put out the money. What I do is people have to pay some money for the convenience. So the information in all my videos, it's all over 2.5 years now. So actually it's not that long, and I've already got hundreds of videos. The information's free and out there, but people will still want the convenience of having it in a little book, having it in a little PDF, and that's what they'll pay for. So in an attempt to avoid that dynamic where I suddenly turn from helpful person on the internet to sleazy salesman, which I'm not the best salesy in the world, but we do have to generate some money. So I take the principle that all my stuff's for free. If you want to find out about this little tale that you remember me saying on Facebook Live about when I was leading the horse and it turned around and just kept rearing, and then I realized that it was just going through a pattern of what it knew, and I was setting that pattern in and anyway, there was this whole story. There's like 300 hours of videos, and it's in there somewhere. If you want me to go to the trouble of writing it down, putting it in a book, sending it off to be proofread, putting it into the printers, getting the delivery, that's what you pay for. So I don't have any qualms in starting a value. It's called a value ladder in the jargon. My first value is free. There you are. It makes me feel good because there's no comeback. Oh, you're just doing it for the money. Oh, I've got to decline that. Sorry. I don't want any of that. I know I can help people. I know I'm a good teacher, and I know what I'm talking about. And I'm quite happy to help, well, everybody. But eventually someone will be like, I can't sit and look through these videos. He's got a little book. So my first value is something free, bolting, bucking, rearing, the 3 main issues. And it's a PDF, and it's a lovely little PDF, and I'll give that out for free. If you don't want to read a PDF because you like watching videos, if I then go out and do that work, and I make the video of rearing and the video of bolting and the video of bucking, you're going to want a bit of money for that. And so that series, that video, the rearing, is there. But if people haven't got the money, let's say I charge 20 quid for it, if people haven't got the money, I don't feel and they can't say, oh, you're just doing it for the money and you're not giving us your best information. I am giving you the best information, but if you want what I'm selling, the content is always the content. What I'm selling is the convenience of me packing it up for you. I've got a free book, Control Your Stress and Enjoy Your Horse. It's free. It's the same that I've been saying on the videos for ages, because they're free. But if you want that free book, you have to come here. If you come here on a Rider Confidence course, you get given the book. That's what free means. But if you want me to go to the trouble of ordering some cardboard envelopes for it and getting some printer ink and getting the sticky labels and sitting down and sorting out your address and putting them into a spreadsheet and taking them to the post office website and getting them to print it out and sticking it on and going to that's where the postage and packing comes in, because I've gone to a little bit of effort. So by having a land, if you want some more of that, if you're like, oh yeah, that was all good, oh, it's really good, and I go, well, I've got this hypnosis which will absolutely drive it into your subconscious, so that you won't have to work quite as hard fighting the old what if demons. Well, that's required a lot of effort from me to go and learn how to be a hypnotherapist and blah, 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 as well as make the recording, and that is 30 quid. And so in that way I can offer things. I don't mind if people don't buy them. I've got emails coming in all the time saying thank you very much, you've helped me so much, and they haven't bought a single thing, and I genuinely don't mind. There's no place where I'm saying, well, hang on a minute, that's not right. It's like, look, I've made this thing, it's the convenience. It's a bit like, or very much like, if I want to watch Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, lovely song, oh, like that, I can get it free on YouTube. If I want to go to Burning Man concert in Arizona and see them on the big stage and buy the private box and the meeting with the band afterwards, and that's going to cost me £7,000, the content hasn't changed. And that's what I feel. It's different ways. Convenience of packing, the depth that I'm going to go to, that will cost you as well. If you're trying to lose weight, let me solve that for you right now. You need to eat less than you burn. That is how to lose weight. However, if you went on a weight loss program and you want them to sit down and write you the diet plan, your body type, your BMI index, they're going to weigh you, they're going to be with you in the gym, they're going to phone you up in the morning and make sure that you get there. The content hasn't changed, the depth's changed, the details changed, but in theory, someone could lose weight just by thinking, burn more calories than you eat. Does that make sense? That's my philosophy. Has it answered your question? Because I'm not sure if that was your question.
Yeah, I think so. So it was, because I think I'm just trying to remember what you said in your last talk as well, and I think you talked about sort of exploring other platforms. So I was worried that I was maybe restricting myself to the Facebook platform. I think you talked about LinkedIn and things like that. Platform. What do you think?
Yes. So first of all, because of the age group that Facebook has transformed itself into. Remember, it started off as college students, and now it's certainly older people. The kids won't even look at it. That will change again, because Mark Zuckerberg isn't going to sit there letting TikTok and Snapchat take a chunk of his audience. So you have to be on your toes all the time. But in the job that you and I do, we're predicated to Facebook, because that's where our audience is. They know how to work it. Right now, I'm changing my attention to YouTube. I'm not abandoning Facebook, but I'm trying to add YouTube in, because I know there's a whole other load of stuff there. partly inspired by a question I got yesterday about growing your YouTube audience, and partly by me saying on those videos 3 weeks ago, you need to get on all the platforms, fully aware that I wasn't doing it. And that brings me back to a little thing that I always say to teachers to learn twice. I'm teaching this, it's like, I know this. So yes, you need to be on all the platforms that you have time for, but ideally on all of them. So if you've got Twitter, not Twitter, what's the other one? What's the new one? TikTok. TikTok's come up and it's full of kids. Yeah. 6 months ago, that was true. Already that's changed and it's now pretty much across the age groups. It's a flippant sort of thing, but you're not thinking now, you're thinking 10 years in the future when some girl who's currently 16 doing silly little dances, 10 years will have her kids and she'll be 26, she'll be mixing with all the 26 to 30-year-olds with their 1 or 2 kids. They'll be thinking about doing their riding and they'll already know you because they've been watching you for ages, doing your little horsey videos and this. And that's an example of one platform. But TikTok for itself is absolutely bursting. We've also got Byte coming up, which is a little 6-second funny video. And then you've got Twitch coming up. If you can be on them quick, some of them will never last. Some of them will be like Snapchat. Oh, Snapchat. But YouTube, and little insider tip, YouTube is about to come up with its own TikTok alternative. They're going to come up with some competitor to TikTok.
Okay.
So watch out for that. As soon as it's there, jump on it, give it everything you've got. If you can post as much as you possibly can, because it's all growing your audience. The link to your YouTube will be there. If you've got a little 6-second clip that cuts off a bit too early, people will go, oh, how does that end? And they'll look through the comments and they'll go, where can I see this video? Oh, on her YouTube. And we're away and we're away. So YouTube and Facebook are your bedrocks, but all those others around them are pushing them to your YouTube and your Facebook. Does that make sense?
It does. Thank you very much.
That's okay. So what's your first product going to be?
Oh gosh. Well, I've done so basically, as well as the free group, I'm offering video tuition as well. So I'm doing so clients send me in like up to 5 minutes of video each, so they can send it, you know, as many 5-minute slots as they want, and then I do a voice over that, so they've got that to keep, which they're finding really helpful. So I guess in this you know, within this time that I've been rethinking my business, that has been my first product.
So the free part of that would be to either get some people to do it for free or for half price or something, on the understanding that you can put that on your YouTube and on your Facebook for the free audience, for the people who are never going to buy anything, but everybody who doesn't buy anything, who has been helped by you, will be a walking, talking advert. So if you just happen to do, you know, the old transition into Canter, we all know that one. Everyone has a problem with transition into Canter. Transition out's even worse. There we are. If you did transition into Canter video with somebody for free or for cheap, and I'd certainly watch it, because it will have something of value to me that I can share with other people, or this and that. That's all marvelous. Then people will go, oh, I love watching her program. I'm hoping that people are going to love watching these little interviews. And they're going to go, oh, that's absolutely marvelous. And it's going to build up my reputation. Once my school opens again, a whole new load of people are going to want to come down and if not, then what? Worst case scenario, I've helped loads of people, which makes me feel good. But it will lead into people wanting to buy my next book.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Because everything that I do, my next book is going to be a simple questions and answers book. It's going to include this question in it. I've got questions and answers going back so far. It's the easiest book in the world to learn. It's going to take me forever because I've got to find each of those. But that's, if I can build my audience now, when my
Yeah.
next book comes out, which is going to be a step up the value ladder because it's got so much more in it, it's going to be a bigger book, and it won't be free. It'll probably be 10 quid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because all the information is free here on YouTube. This conversation is absolutely free for anybody. But if you want it in a bathroom book, so that when you're sat in the bath, you can pick it up. You know, them books where you just open it up and it's got a little thing on every page. That's what I want to create.
Yeah, absolutely.
And once people are getting onto your thing where they submit something and you give your critique or your help or whatever you call it, and then you post it on your video, umpteen people will watch it and then they'll want it.
Yeah.
And you'll say, I have answered the canter transition question, but if you want me to do your canter transition and spend that time, that's when you're going to charge something, because the content hasn't changed, but the depth, this applies to you, and the convenience, and I will see you at 5 o'clock on a Friday. That's what they're paying for, and they will pay for it.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people are watching this, but you can all put a thing in. First thing you need to do is put your link into these comments.
Yeah.
So that people can get going. Decide how many people you want to do a free or half price or whatever for your content. Stick to that. So if you do 5 people or whatever, and everybody watching this right now, it's up Amelia, and there you are. Get going. Go onto her website. She's going to post it on here. Look on her Facebook page, and we'll begin.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Pleasure. Have I answered everything? Anything else?
No, you have. It's been brilliant. Thank you very much.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much. See you later. Okay, lovely. Let's see who's here. Sarah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Lovely. Let's just see if I can drop Amelia's picture. Oh, look, there's the thing. That's better. Yeah, lovely. Hi, how are you?
Ah, yeah, there I am. I keep disappearing.
Super. How can I help?
I'm just going to try and get rid of my YouTube in the background because I'm getting stereo again.
Okay, lovely. However, yeah,
Right,
you
that's
do
better.
that. Smash it.
Done that.
I need to somehow get YouTube onto my phone or something so that I can see any comments if people are having problems. Do excuse me for a second. Just have a little look. Oh, maybe I've got it on here. One moment, I'll be with you in a minute. Oh, look at that. Yes. Hello, I can see the comments here. So, Amelia, get your website in there. Everybody tell Amelia how much you want her service. Okay. Sarah, Sarah, isn't it?
It is, yes. So I just wanted a little follow-up from the other day. Thank you for helping me. I rode Alf this morning and I tried to do a video. I've got no idea whether this technology is going to work with our technology, but let me see if you can. Hi, Carl. Right, thank you for helping me. Can you see that? Yesterday.
Hang on, one moment. Let's just get that up there.
I just wanted to show you.
Hang on. Oh, I'm losing it. No, I'm losing it. I'm missing it. Messing around. Okay. No, I can see it.
Let me wind it back.
Okay, lovely. Let's have a look.
Right, thank you for helping me day before yesterday. This is Alf, who can be the freezer in the big spaces. I just wanted to show you that we're at Container Corner. Can you see the container over the hedge? Probably not, because the hedge has grown quite a lot. But this is Container Corner, where sometimes he can get a bit worried because there's quite a lot. There's hidden troughs and crap that lives in the woods, and a container that flaps, and tractors that come up and down behind the hedge sometimes. But we have made it all the way around the field without any freezing. Good boy. What are you looking at? Oh, here comes the sprayer. So I'm going to go now so I can pay some attention. But I just wanted to show you the minute. Hi, Carl. Right. So that was just to say we got all the way round, and the big sprayer came, and it came right behind the hedge next to us just after that video. I moved him out a little bit onto the tram line just to give him a bit of space, but I kept him in a pattern. I kept talking to him. Then we had some people walking, which is another thing that would freeze him, and I just carried on. And I thought to myself, all the things that you said about the being in your car on a roundabout and you don't get out of your car. And I know that wasn't actually directed at me at the time, it was a separate lady, but it really came to me that I talk to that horse constantly when I school him, because that's just the way I school him. He's very voice activated, you know, a bit of hind leg, click, 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 whoa, you know, whatever, rambling on. And I don't really talk to him about hacking because there's not so much to say. So I thought, hang on a minute, you're abandoning your horse and he doesn't know what's going on and why he's not being spoken to and why he's not being directed in the normal fashion to him. So not only do we do a bit of shoulder in, or we concentrate on left bend or softening through the ribs, but we also natter away in the same way. So I'll talk to him about his bend, his, you know, as if nothing else is around us, as if we're just in the school. And we did that. And yes, it was a lovely hot day. He'd already been schooled. He was tired. You know, the rest of the things were lined up correctly. But nevertheless, we did our entire ride without any worries, without any freezing, without either of us getting stressed. So just wanted to say a big thank you, really.
Brilliant. Thank you for getting back to me. That's absolutely super. What you just said there, the last little bit of getting everything else arranged around you, so there's so much chance of success. It's 99.999% chance of success because he's already been exercising, is super. So many people sort of skip that bit a bit, or they'll go, we'll just go and test this bit, or they'll start doing the shoulder in or reversing exercise or whatever it is only when the tractor's there. So it becomes associated with the scary thing. I thought about our conversation a lot yesterday and was trying to wonder if I'd put it as concisely as I could have. So for anybody watching, the idea is I had a stressy horse and I had a series of exercises that we would do, arsing around, going backwards around corners, but it doesn't matter what it is, a figure eight or shoulder in this case, that I would not be asked. I got the horse to associate that I wouldn't be asking the horse to do it if things were wrong. So it's almost like a communication that if we're doing this exercise, which is well within your comfort zone, you know exactly what you do. We're going from this lead to this lead, and so the pattern, you wouldn't be doing that if this particular thing was scary. I wouldn't be asking you to do that. It's also a kind of form of distraction. So yeah, thanks very much for coming back with that. When you switched your phone off there, when you were actually on the horse, that's exactly right. I was thinking, right now she needs to put that phone down and start doing the shoulder in, or whatever your exercise was, that you simply wouldn't ask the horse to do. And if you verbalize exactly in the same way that you do in the arena, the horse will say, oh, I've got to bend properly, I've got to cross my legs properly. And there's no room for the spray. Was it a sprayer? Whatever.
It was you know those big ones with the arms that go out and spray the crops, the massive things. He's great in traffic, but nevertheless, when it's behind a hedge and it's rattling and it's crashing the other side of the hedge, you don't really need that. He would be fine if that was next to the arena, but when he's out of his comfort zone, that could be a thing that would upset him. But it didn't, because I just thought, we're in the arena, but we're just magically here.
Absolutely. If you could pay that combine or whatever it was to come next to your arena every day for the next 6 months,
all the time. Which is a huge help.
What, for free?
Because it's a massive working farm, so literally that I have cattle's being loaded into trucks next to the school. I have cows jumping on each other. It's a very good school for teaching distraction. The thing that I kind of got out of my head is, to me and him, once we're inside the school bubble, we're safe. But when we come outside of our school bubble, even though the same things are happening that happen inside the school bubble, for some reason, both of us go, oh, it's a bit scary out in this big wide world. So I'm trying to make the school bubble apply everywhere else. Yeah, exactly. Stop getting my knickers in a knot.
Something that I do always like to remind myself is, have you seen those old photos of horses pulling the old horse-drawn combines?
Oh yeah,
great big, they look like spiders, everything back here, and it's attached to them.
Yeah.
And it quite happily pulls that along.
Yeah.
With no cares in the world. So the most incredible things are possible. And we do tend to forget when you're surrounded by 30 years of leisure riders saying, oh, it's a, whatever the common thing is, the flavour of the day to jump at and make it fuss. But yeah, that's what they, oh no, that's a little shade. Thanks very much for getting back. I'm sure people are going to find that absolutely useful.
No problem at all.
Thanks very much.
Thanks then, bye.
See you later. There we are. Let me just try and remake that marvellous. Lovely. So I was hoping that a talk from yesterday would come through, or a question from yesterday from Hillary. I don't think she's joined us. Some people will have got lost on the Facebook page. So let me just have a quick look. You'll just excuse me while I look there. Is anybody there? I'll just pop that down. I'm looking at the comments now. That's why I'm looking slightly confused. Lots of love for Annabella's conversation yesterday. It was an absolute dream. Annabella, you should be doing a broadcast right now to people with families like yours, people of your age group, people from Portugal. You were so entertaining. And you talking about your positive way of thinking, even though you're not always the most confident, is exactly the same as me addressing you now on this. I'm experimenting with YouTube. I'm that little way ahead. I'm not super confident about it, but what bit I do know, I'm more than happy to share with people. I should get making videos. I think you'd be inspiring. Anyway, 9 people watching now. I'm going to ring off. I think I've still got the question from Hillary that I'd like to save for tomorrow. I hope she'll join. I think people might have got lost on the way from Facebook to YouTube. Part of the reason why I chose to do this today is because I went onto the Facebook and it wouldn't link through to the Facebook page. So I don't know why. It did yesterday, it didn't today. And I thought, well, I'll just try the YouTube because I was about to abandon it. So those of you that have come over, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to ring off. I might even do one later today if I sort out what's wrong with that. Everybody ring the bell, make sure you get the subscriptions, and I'll see you later. Thanks for your time. Thanks for putting up with all the chaos. Work out how to stop this now.